Where am I? Why am I wearing my suit? Why is my car here? Huh. Who knew that Rainbow Road would be where you go when you die? Wait a minute. Am I going to be spending eternity here?
Welcome to the Fast Track April Fool's Special. I'm making this video because I haven't made one of these in a while and figured I'd cover something a little bit more out of the ordinary that wouldn't be raced in any serious capacity. So, here we are, the Rainbow Road, or at least one of its many incarnations, which have shaped the identity of not just Mario Kart, but the kart racing subgenre as a whole. Not much is known about the creation of Rainbow Road specifically, but thanks to interviews from the staff who worked on the original Super Mario Kart, as well as information made available in the July 2020 Nintendo Giga Leak, we can reasonably piece together some of the basic facts. Originally, Super Mario Kart had no Rainbow Road, and only appeared in the May 18, 1992 prototype of the game as a replacement for what would have been a third Choco Island course. As for a person to attribute to the design of the course, a group interview published as part of the game's strategy guide points to Tadashi Sugiyama being the most likely candidate, as he himself stated that he was responsible for penning the rough outlines for the game's tracks, as well as being responsible for a considerable amount of the game's artwork. He would continue on in this role for both Mario Kart 64 and Double Dash, and currently resides as one of Nintendo's senior designers and producers. Rainbow Road itself would also continue to grow and evolve as time went on, establishing itself as the ultimate challenge in every installment of the series. For this video though, we'll be focusing on the Mario Kart 64 iteration, ported and modified for Assetto Corsa all the way back in August 2014 by Reddit user N64AC, marking it as one of the oldest mods ever created for Assetto Corsa. So old, in fact, that AC was still in early access when the mod was created and released, as it wouldn't see a quote-unquote full release until December of that year. The mod itself uses an unnamed Mario Kart Wii mod for its base, which, from my research, may have either come from Guilmon or Rukasudo90, with the latter using a track model from user Turbo Yoshi as the basis for his creation. However, as of the making of this video, this mod remains unfinished and abandoned, as it lacks AI pathing, mini-sectors, and, if you couldn't tell by the B-roll, trackside cameras, with N64AC himself disappearing from the internet around August of 2015, 1 year after he publicized the mod. With regards to the car I'll be using, I'm just going to keep it simple and use the RSS Porsche 996 GT3R that I'm currently running in the SROL Le Mans series, of which you can watch my onboards live when they happen if you subscribe to this channel and enable notifications. Now with that shameless plug out of the way, let's get on to the hot lap. The lap begins with a massive vertical drop that you need to slow down for and hold the wheel as straight as you possibly can while on your way down, so you don't slide or spin out on your way to the bottom. As tempting as it may be, jumping off of the edge at full throttle is not recommended, as you'll likely find yourself flipping out of control and ruining your race at best, or clipping through the track at the bottom and falling to your death at worst. After that comes a sudden crest, where you'll be braking near the top for the first proper corner, a somewhat banked and inclined 270-degree loop. Keep a tidy but not wall-clingy line throughout, and get on the power when you feel the grip come back to the rear. The next corner is a downhill, off-camber left with a blind apex. Don't enter this corner too wide or you'll risk hitting the outside wall at the bottom. You'll be braking almost immediately for the uphill 360-degree loop, where you'll take a similar line to turn 1, albeit a little bit slower. The turn after that is off camber, so a lift is needed to get through, as well as set yourself up for the following corner, an oddly surfaced hairpin. You'll then come up on another dip that you'll have to brake for as you're going down, and lift as you're going up, to minimize the wheelies that you'll be doing. After this hairpin of unusual size comes the final, banked, uphill, 270-degree turn. Final verse, same as the first. After that, it's an all-out sprint to the finish, but don't forget to brake for the drop again. If it hasn't been made obvious, downforce is king on this track, especially on the front. Not only will it help you minimize the airtime from the dips and crests, but it'll also help maximize your speed through the banked, winding corners. With that said, tires will also play a massive part in your time here, as you'll be burning through them at a rate ranging from fast to way too fast. I recommend going with the hardest tires you can put on your car, full stop. And finally, no, to the best of my knowledge, none of the shortcuts that the speedrunners use can be done here. And on that note, I'll end this video here. Thanks for watching, happy April Fools, and take it easy.
What did I do to deserve this? What did I do, Wilson?